Hello and welcome to Club 1 episode 8 of Zero to Hero. Yes, welcome back to Club 1 episode 8 of Zero to Hero. I'm Wes, and in today's episode we'll be taking on Spennymoor and Stockport County in the Vanarama National League North. Now, since you were last with me, forms have been a little bit inconsistent. We lost our opening game of the season against Houso in town, which you saw. We then went on to beat Curzon Ashton 2-1 at home in our first game in our new ground. We did have to come from behind though, and it was 2 goals from Connor Tomlinson, who we signed on loan from Luton Town, scoring his first 2 goals for the club, which meant we took all 3 points there. We then followed that up with a 2-0 away win against Telford. Despite the fact we went down to 10 men 3 minutes from the end, Ruben Gill getting himself sent off, Andy Thanoji and Oscar Ramirez getting the goals in that game. We then struggled to a 0-0 draw against Solihull Moors at home. We were awful in that game. No attacking threat whatsoever. And then we got hammered at home again, 3-0 at home against Darlington. Despite the fact that they went down 10 men in the first half, we couldn't even score a goal in that game, which prompted a change in tactic. Not necessarily a change in formation, but a change in the way we play. And that change came to fruition in the next game. And the last game that we played before this episode, we beat Alfreton Town 2-0 away from home. Connor Tomlinson with 2 goals yet again in this game. And as a result, that sees us in 8th place in the Vanarama National League. Scarborough topping the table at the moment, having only lost 1 game and won the 5. I think they came up from the regional divisions. They did. Yeah, they did, and they were predicted a 12th place finish. We've actually gone up to 5th. This does obviously change throughout the season, and yeah, we've gone up to a 5th place prediction now for the end of the season. And there have been some transfers since you were last with me. The last you saw was when we brought in Jake Lawler. We managed to sign 2 more loan players, and we've let another player go on a free. First of all, Sebastian Makowski, a 32-year-old Polish goalkeeper, been capped once for Poland. He left to join Gateshead, and we was never going to play him. He never played for us last season, and never actually played for us at all. And we let him go on a free because we didn't need him. But we managed to sign Joseph Jarvis on loan from Northampton. He is an 18-year-old right back with 3-star current ability, 5-star potential. He's come in to provide a little bit more strength and depth. Mullings at right back. And finally, Oscar Ramirez, who I've mentioned already. He's an 18-year-old English midfielder with a 3.5-star current ability, 5-star potential. We signed him on loan from our old parents' club, Notts County, for the season. And he's played okay since coming in. He's made 3 appearances, scored 1 goal, a Player of the Match award, and a 7.17 average rating. He has played at this sort of level before, playing at Wealdstone last season on loan, but didn't really set the world alight there. Other than that, not much else has happened since the last episode. So we'll go and have a look at the team that's going to start against Spennymoor. And as you can see, the formation is the same, but slightly different way of playing. This is our controlled possession tactic, and it's a starting 11 of Willis coming in goal for Zeus La Paz, who has been absolutely dreadful, making some absolute howlers in the games that he's played. So Willis came back in the last game and he kept a clean sheet in his first game of the season. So we're keeping faith with him today. And a back four of Nugent, Gill Lawler and Mullings. Now, Ruben Gill is a player that we actually signed last season, and he's a 19-year-old English centre-back, and he only has a 1.5 star current ability, but he has a potential ability of 5 stars, and his defensive technical attributes look very good. He is actually showing as our 5th choice centre-back, but he's actually played really well in the few games that he's played. He's made 2 appearances for us. Yes, he did get sent off in one of them, but he's averaging 6.95. His first game, if I remember rightly, his rating was... Yeah, he played for us in pre-season. Only played like 4 minutes. But when he played against Curzon Ashton, he got a rating of 7.0 and then got a rating of 6.9, despite the fact that he got sent off. And he's missed the last 3 games as a result. Otherwise, he'd have been playing for us all through the season. So, yeah, we signed him on a free last season, and he's made his way into the first team. We're playing Healy just in front of the back 4, with a midfield of Akinola and Thanoji. Tomlinson leads the line with Slew and Walker on the wings. And on the bench we have Sam Muggleton, Oscar Ramirez, Jordan Jowers, Ollie Dwyer and Ben Hinchcliffe. We haven't picked up any more injuries. A few players actually coming back from injury. Tendai Matanati hasn't quite resumed full training yet. Kane Richards did pick up a slight knock in one of the last games, which is why Walker's come back into the side. And Walker actually played quite well in the game that he played last time out, so we're sticking with him today. Jowers not yet making an appearance for us this season, and last season's top goal scorer. He's not match fit at the moment. That's one of the reasons why we're not playing him. But Tomlinson has played well, scoring 4 goals already for us this season. And I'm hoping we can pick up a result, and I want them to pick up where they left off last time out. And we'll get into the game. I don't know where my match stats has gone. I'll have to have to bring that back up when we get another highlight. Now, with this controlled possession tactic, we don't create many chances, but we just wait patiently for our openings and hopefully take them when they come. We are defending at the moment though, and we have gone 1-0 down. Rob Ramshaw scoring for Spennymoor. Spennymoor were second in the table before this game, and we've been undone by a set piece. Poor defending, nobody picking him up. He had a free header. We really need to sort out our set piece instructions. I still haven't set any set piece instructions since joining the club. I don't really know what I'm doing with them, so I don't really want to touch them because I don't want to make things any worse. Jordan Slew picking up a yellow card, and we have slipped down to 10th as things stand, and Spennymoor have gone up to 1st. 35 minutes in and we haven't had another highlight. We've apparently had 3 shots to their 1. Their 1 shot was that goal that they scored. And we could end up going in at half time at 1-0 down, but we have come back from losing scores before, and it is half time now. And I'm going to say that I'm disappointed with that performance. I'm going to be assertive and say show them something else second half, and we'll go out there and hopefully play a little bit better. I need to get my match stats up, and the highlight didn't last long enough for me to do it. We need to come out and get a goal this half quite early on to try and get back. Tomlinson been found by Willis with the long ball, but he can't keep hold of it, and we're defending again, but we get our head to it and they're knocking it around. We need to get possession back, and that was a poor piece of defending. I think that was Mullings trying to come across to win the header and completely missing it. We'll have a look in the replay. It was just a long ball forward, and yet Mullings completely misjudged the flight of the ball, and I couldn't expect Willis to do much with that one. Mullings only on a 6.3. He's not looked great since he started for us, despite his star rating, just not performing. And I am going to make some changes now. We haven't got another right back on the bench, so I can't bring Mullings off. I'm going to bring off Connor Tomlinson because he hasn't really done much today. Jordan Jowers is going to get a run out and possibly grab us a goal. Akinola's going to come off because he's not been playing well, and we're going to bring Ramirez on for him, like for like swapped there. And I'm going to use a shout, and I'm going to say I don't know, show some passion or demand more. I'm going to show some passion. Tell them to show some passion. And hopefully we can get back into this game despite being 2-0 down. We're defending again. We've got another highlight though. We've won the ball back in midfield but instantly lose it again. We're pressing really well. Walker winning the ball back but can't find anybody. We're putting quite a lot of pressure on them, hoping we're going to force a mistake out of them. But they haven't. They're through on goal again, and Willis doing well. Or have we given away a penalty? We have given away a penalty. Can Willis save this? Make himself a hero? He can't, and that is 3-0. They've had 8 shots now to our 5. They've had as many shots on target as we've had shots in the entire game. We've had 1 shot on target. And despite the fact that we're using a control possession tactic, we've had less possession than Spennymoor. Jordan Slew on a 6.2. He's got to go. Hinchcliffe comes on for him. We're going to play him as a winger on support. No, we're not. We're going to play him as a winger on attack. I don't care if he doesn't like it. We need to be more attacking. In fact, I'm going to switch back to our gegenpress tactic, and I'm going to have to move some players around. Swap those two over, see if that makes a difference. Yep. Healy as the deep line, no, not as a deep line playmaker, as the half-back. Yep, that's going to do us, I think, because we are more attacking with this gegenpress. We have got a highlight straight away as well. Hinchcliffe with the ball on the edge of the area. Fanoji, Lawler to Ramirez. Jowers now to Thanoji on the edge of the area. Healy with the long range shot, scoring his first goal for the club. Thanoji with the assist. We were knocking it around nicely, and Thanoji just lays it off to Healy. One touch and bang. What a finish from him. Could there be time for us to get back into this? I think it's a bit late, but we've got another set piece. Lawler with it, and Spennymoor are going to go down to 10 men. We really have to make this count now. We've got about 12 minutes left to make this count. We've got to throw in. Mullings trying to find Jowers, but he can't. He finds Healy though. Thanoji across to Nugent. Can he find a cross? He finds Walker at the back post, and that is 3-2. We've got 8 minutes left on the clock, and we're within touching distance. Can we rescue a point out of this? Nugent did really well to find Walker at the back post, and it was a mistake by their keeper, but I'm going to take it. We just need to find one more goal and we can rescue a point from this. We've got 5 minutes left. Come on. Show some passion. We're into stoppage time now. We've got 5 minutes of stoppage time, but we seem to be racing through it, and I don't think we're going to get anything out of it. I think this is going to be our last highlight. It's just going to wind the clock down. They are through on goal, but Mullings gets it back. They're through on goal again, and Willis puts it round the post. They've got a corner now, and they're just going to waste time. Willis collects it, and that I think is going to be it. He's not even going to get a chance to take the goal kick, and that is it. We have lost 3-2, but it was a good fight back for us at the end. It was encouraging. I'm going to say that we were unlucky, and that seemed to have got them to gain confidence, which is good, because the dressing room atmosphere at the moment isn't the best. We've only got a 2-day gap now before we play Stockport County, who are below us in the table, or were going into that game. We are still above them, I think. No, they've gone up into the playoffs, so they must have won. They beat... Who did they beat? They beat Southport 3-2. So we're only a point behind them though, and we're only out of the playoffs on goal difference. It is quite close in the chasing pack for the playoffs this early in the season, so we're not out of it yet. Healy winning man of the match. Okay, so a couple of changes for the match against Stockport County. We've brought Ramirez into the midfield, Hinchcliffe replacing Slew on the wing, and Jowers coming in for Tomlinson, who drops to the bench just to give him a run out, get him some match fitness. Still no place for O'Dwyer in the back four. He is on the bench today, but I feel Lawler's been playing better in central defence than O'Dwyer, and Lawler is more preferred as a ball playing defender. So hopefully we can get a better result today. I know that Jowers is lacking in match fitness, but he's not going to get match fit unless he plays. And he was our top goal scorer last season, so I want to give him a chance to get some this season. I'm going to say put on a worthy display, and that's got them motivated. There has been some issues in the dressing room. Hinchcliffe and Gill coming to me in between the games saying they weren't happy with the dressing room atmosphere, and I've said that I will do my best to put it right. So I think I'm going to be a little bit less harsh with the players for the next few games, at least until the dressing room atmosphere picks up, and then I'll get back to being brutally honest with them. But hopefully a few decent results will turn the dressing room atmosphere around. We've got a highlight, Mullings almost scoring an own goal there, but Willis picks it up. He plays it up to Jowers, who nods it on but can't find anybody. Mullings winning it back again, Thanoji trying to nod it on, but he's got it back again. Ramirez plays it forward to Nicky Walker on the wing, who crosses it in to find Hinchcliffe, who hits the bar. Unlucky from Hinchcliffe. We're controlling possession, which is exactly what we wanted to do in this game. We've had 4 shots so far, 1 on target. A win today might see us creep into those playoff positions early in the season, which is where we were this time last year. Walker with the ball now, running forward, back to Healy, to Ramirez. Sprays it out to Hinchcliffe, who finds the cross, finds Walker at the back post, and he hits it straight at the keeper. We have got a corner. Jowers with the corner. Hinchcliffe on the edge of the area, plays it back out to Jowers, but he was offside, and that's the end of that highlight. Why is Jowers taking corners? He's on a 6.3, not playing at all well, but it's his first start of the season. I didn't expect him to be playing very well. I'm happy with the performance so far. Keep it up. They're extremely delighted. I did do a team meeting before the game as well, trying to lift morale a bit because everybody's a little bit iffy with their morale, trying to give them a little bit of a boost before the game. Not creating many highlights in the second half. We are still controlling possession. I'm going to put us on attacking now though, just to push forward. 63 minutes in, and I'm going to say get creative. It's 71 minutes in now, and I'm going to make the first change of the game, and I think Jowers is going to have to come off. He's not played at all well. We're going to bring Tomlinson on. Thanoji struggling for fitness, as is Healy. I think what we're going to do is we're going to bring Akinola on for Thanoji and have him play as a box-to-box midfielder on support, and we'll leave it there for now. Give them a chance to make an impact. Last time I brought Tomlinson on off the bench was when he scored his first 2 goals for the club, so I'm hoping he can have a similar impact today. We're defending a set piece though, and we have gone 1-0 down. Set pieces have been our undoing for the last couple of seasons, and I really should do some research into how to set up the set piece instructions, because we've just been awful, and it's costing us dearly this year. But we have got a highlight. Hinchcliffe on the edge of the area finds Akinola, but he can't put it across the line. Healy with a shot as well. We are creating a few more highlights now. Healy to Nugent, back to Healy to Ramirez. Akinola now with a shot from range, hits the post, and it just doesn't fall for anybody in a Boston shirt. We've only got 7 minutes left. I'm going to make the final change, and Mullings not having a very good game. I think I'm going to drop him for the next game, but I'm going to bring on Jordan Slew for Nicky Walker because he's knackered. See if he can improve his performances that he's had so far this season. He's not played particularly well. Ramirez now with the ball to Akinola, trying to find Tomlinson, who's through on goal. Can he find the finish? Forces a save out the keeper, but we've got a corner now. Healy with the corner, trying to find Gill, but he can't. Another highlight. They're coming thick and fast now. Willis collects at the back. Can he start a counter-attack? Lawler forward to Slew. Who can Slew find? He's played it through to Tomlinson. Another good save from their keeper. Their keeper's been on fire today. Healy with the corner finds Hinchcliffe, and we've equalised with 2 minutes left to play. Hinchcliffe with his first goal of the season. Great corner from Healy, finding Hinchcliffe in the 6-yard box. It was a great equaliser. And now can we find a winner? We've got a few minutes left plus added time. We're knocking it around at the back. Lawler finding Slew again. What can Slew do? Plays it to Ramirez. Back to Healy. Lawler. Back to Slew. We're knocking it around nicely. Akinola under pressure, and he plays a wayward pass, and we've just conceded again. Akinola lost possession. He's got to take the blame for that. It was a poor pass from him. He was trying to find Slew, but he played it behind him, and just a ball forward from their defender, and it was a decent strike, to be fair, from their striker. Akinola, his match rating showing that it was his mistake there, and the match engine's agreeing with me there. But this is going to be the last few kicks of the game. We're going to lose 2 games in an episode again. Willis collects, and that's the full-time whistle. We have lost again 2-1, but more encouraging second half from us yet again. And I am disappointed with them. I'm going to say I'm far from pleased. Ramirez looking stressed from that, but what else can I say? We were disappointing, and that finds us in 11th place. Now, luckily, 11th place. Oh no, we have dropped down to 14th now, which isn't in the top half, which is where we need to be. We are only 3 points outside the playoffs, so it is still early days yet. We'll have a quick look, see where we're going to come back. We're going to play a decent chunk of games. We've got our second qualifying round game against Rushton and Diamonds soon. Hopefully we can get past them. Probably going to come back in November, play these bunch of games here, and come back for the Bradford and Guiseley games. I'm saying that we've got a local derby against Gainsborough soon. I think that's where we're going to come back. We'll come back for the Gainsborough game, have a local derby, so we'll play through the rest of September, all of October and all of November, come back in December against Gainsborough at home. If you like that, please give it a big thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe for more Football Manager 2019 videos, and remember, follow me on Facebook and Twitter at WeaselGamer TV for both of those, and thank you very much for watching.